Alright, I'm live. I just realized I gotta make sure that the game is right. I think it's right. Let me make sure. It should be. But I almost always stream Skyrim and it occurred to me, oh, this is not Skyrim. So I want to just make sure. Nah, it's saying Factorio, I think. What a way to start. I start by not knowing if I set the game properly. I've made that mistake a million times, so I don't want to... I don't want to be doing it again. I'm back. I've got some new backgrounds. That is definitely labeled Factorio. Let me get this pumped out as well. Put this to my story. It'll be good. Alright. Got some messages from my wife. No, it's just her family. Never mind. Alright, get rid of all these notifications that are like, hey, you just went live. I know I just went live. Why does Twitch want to send me all that? I don't know. That's their prerogative, though, eh? We're here. We're gonna do a new game. I have played the Space Age a bit, but I've never, quite figured out what I was doing going to space. I know they've updated the game, so it's faster to get to space, so I'm kind of excited about that. I wonder, do I want to do any of these modifiers? What's rich resource? Okay. That's like easy mode. Marathon technologies are more expensive. Huh. And yeah, I basically never left novice. I got the platform built, and then I got, like, confused, and then I got distracted by other games. I think mostly Stellaris. So, I never actually played all that much of the Space Age, basically. So I'm excited to really get into it, finally. Death World sounds horrible. This sounds like the worst game mode. It actually is probably a lot of fun if you're really good. Biters won't create any new bases or re-expand into cleared territory. I mean, that alone is tempting. That the biters won't re-expand. Because that's a little annoying when they do that. But it also spreads out the resources. So do I want to do that with a rail world? I'm not great at train systems, so I feel like the answer ought to be no. Map height is limited. Ooh. That could be kind of cool. Lakes. Forest paths are disabled. I don't love that one. Islands. Large island and endless ocean. Forest paths disabled. Let's just do default. Default feels like the move, unless I want to play with any of these. I mean, I can make the greatest resource patches of all time, but probably not, right? Not show a preview if you want to. Yeah, we're not going to do a preview. Let's see. Water, trees, rocks. I'm cool leaving all this. I don't even know what to expect on these other worlds. Cliffs, moisture, terrain. Alright, enemy. This is like the one thing I'm kind of thinking about, right? Where the enemies can get really annoying. No attack to defend themselves. I don't really think I need peaceful mode. Yeah, no enemy mode is absolutely off the table. Plus, don't you need enemies for some of the like resources, I thought? Certainly used to be way back in the day. I don't know if that's still the case. Let's just do like the normal game. Alright, we've landed in some kind of desert, it looks like. I'll skip the cutscene if y'all are cool with that, because I think it just kind of zooms out. Okay. Well, right away I can harvest this and get some ammo. This is already Okay, I also was never... Oh. I was never any good at this, at figuring out some of these different logic networks, but I am a programmer, so I ought to be able to figure them out, right? Can't be that different from coding. At least I wouldn't think so. Alright, let's get rid of all the pieces of our ship. So right away, we've got a stone furnace and a... This is a burner mining drill that we're starting with. With no trees, that's a little annoying. That's going to be a bit of a challenge. Because you certainly need wood for some of this stuff. Let's see. We have coal, copper. I don't love that the coal overlaps the copper. I kind of hate that, actually. Up here, we've got stone. I see oil. Oh, we've got dead trees, so at least we have a source of wood. We've got kind of an oasis thing going on. That water is going to be really important for steam power. What I ought to do is set up the burner mining drill, I guess, on top of the coal. Makes the most sense, right? And now I need more burner mining drills for sure. Of course, I need iron for that. Do I want to put it on iron? Probably not. I bet this thing can kind of take care of itself, right? Like, does it fuel itself like other burner stuff? Apparently not. It's not like the burner inserters that fuel themselves. I didn't mean to turn that. Let's do that. We'll let it keep digging away. Let's put this furnace here. Alright. Getting started is always the hardest part of this game, right? We definitely need some iron. How much? I'm not quite sure. I guess I need enough for these plates and, I've got 8 plates. Oh, I need stone and I need more plates. It takes 9 plates to make one of these things. Alright. Let's get 10 of these and then I can make 2 more burner drills. Alright, while that's going, let's make burner drill number 1. I need stone! Oh, I forgot the stone! How could I do that? I need 10 stone. I guess I'll need 15, and stone is definitely the last of the drills I'm setting up, so maybe we just dig away till we have 15 stone. Alright, let's keep at it. Yeah, I always have a hard time getting train networks set up. I'd like to be better at it, honestly. Alright, 15 stone will get us... Oh, what's the achievement for... Or, not achievement. Okay, I need 50 plates, that's the deal. I forgot that some of these first technologies are like that. This is what I meant to do. I don't want to make another stone furnace yet. I know that I'll need one eventually, but I'm just not quite there yet. Alright, we'll let that go, and we'll let this go here. And we need more coal. How are we looking at, how are we looking for coal in this one? Now, right away, I'm noticing I'm gonna need... You know what? I don't want to spend wood, though, because wood is, weirdly enough, the scarcest of my commodities here. If I can get some iron, I'm in good shape, but wood is hard to come by. Now, iron will be useful, for sure. Alright, I'm gonna dig some iron while that's drilling. I want it to be here, so that's big. Alright, that'll be 10 iron there. We'll get some more coal up here. It's already a bit dark, so let's keep an eye on that. And I can probably throw some coal in here too, and then just kind of run back and forth a bit. That's the way I want it turned. We'll grab some more iron. Iron is definitely the next big resource for me. The more iron I get, the better off I am, right? And I will want enough for some iron chests and also for some of the, I want to make a drill, actually. Let's just keep at it. Alright, that's pretty good. 25 iron. It's enough to get me started anyway. It's a respectable amount. Alright, we have 10 plates, which means I can now make... Well, I can make some transport belts too, but probably not yet. I don't know. What's it take to get some electric drills? There we go. Oh, I need red science, so... Yeah, copper and yeah, I'd better just do burner for now. As much as I don't want to be doing burner for too long, I can get started with some burner stuff. I also do... Okay, I do have the pollution overlay on. Or overlay. Alright, let's make this burner drill, and let's get ready to build transport belts, because that's going to be the next big step. Once we get these belts going, we're in good shape. I don't want 9 in there. I actually want to put a good chunk of this in here. And probably down here. Yep, there we go. They should all be at about 4. Oh, I want to be up here so that I can actually collect the iron that comes out. Alright, just thinking long term. Belts are priority number 1. Getting the resources put together to make... Well, steam power is a pretty high priority too. Because then I can start making inserters, and I'm working that out. Let's see. Steam power, we're close. We just need a few more plates. That'll get us there. Electronics, also important. We need some iron plates for that, which means I actually do need more stone. Oh, you know what? I wanted coal for this. What was I thinking, not grabbing any coal? Alright, we've gotten steam power, so that's nice. That'll be good to keep in mind. I don't actually have anything to power yet, I don't think. Couple of pumps. Yeah, I'll get there, but I don't have anything to make with it. Did I make the... Yeah, I wanted another furnace. Okay, this should be a hotbar, isn't it? Am I not able to use hotbar keys for that? Maybe it is, and I'm just kind of dumb. I've forgotten about it. I'll have to set it up eventually, right? Yeah, I need, I think, 10 copper plates. Sounds about right. We'll just keep making more. You can never have too many of these things, if there's one lesson I've learned. You can never have enough of anything in this game. Alright, there we go. We've started making copper. This needs a lab. What's a lab gonna take to make? One lab will take... Do I not have the lab unlocked? Maybe I need electronics to unlock the lab. Alright, and then I need a lot of copper and iron, basically. Transport belts, that's probably the next priority, eh? Or maybe chests. Let's do a chest. I think these will automatically fill if I do that. I didn't want it there, I want it here. There we go, electronics, so now I can make a lab. I mean, I don't have the resources for a lab yet, but eventually. This is just going to keep running now indefinitely, so let's keep an eye on that. This is going to make more copper plates, which again, you can never have too many. Let's make a few more of these iron chests then, if I've got room for it. I think this needs to be priority 1. And, ooh, that's right, I never filled that. Man, I can't believe it. I can't believe I never filled that thing. I'm kind of dumb for that one, aren't I? Oh, jeez. Alright, there we go. Now, a little more coal. And I need one more chest, and then we'll be feeling good. Right, I've got to remember all the keys. There's a way to swap these bars out, right? Why is it... I'll bet even that if I switch these out, where if I do, like, this is going to be the stone furnace, and this is going to be the other thing. One of these. Alright, I definitely want you to be on my hotbar eventually. Alright, it's our second night. We've made some really good progress, actually. Put a little more coal in there. Alright, and coal is going to be a big deal. So we'll just keep that up. Alright, lab is our next priority. What's it going to take to get a lab? More plates. More iron plates, to be specific. I just got a message here. Oh. Alright, a friend of mine is taking a bit of an exam there. Pretty big one, too. Okay. Let's just chop our way through here. We'll never have too much wood. Like I said, this is clearly going to be our biggest limitation. So I think the sooner we get to the medium power lines, the better. Because the small ones use wood like there's no tomorrow. Just chop down all of these, and then we'll be fresh out of wood out here. Alright, this is all the wood we get. I've never actually set up shop in a desert, weirdly enough. I was kind of aware that they existed, I just never did anything in them. So I never spent any real time working on deserts in this game. Which is kind of wild if you think about it. It's like one of the major biomes, right? Deserts, you would think. Every good game needs a desert. I just never thought about one being in this game. Alright, we've got our stone supply. I think that'll get us all the further we need. Now we've got to make a lab. Still just waiting on plates. Iron plates, that is. Ooh, I think we have enough. We have enough. We're gonna let that go. We're gonna let it do its thing. And honestly, I don't want to make too many of these burner drills because they just kind of get old quick. You very quickly get to the electric ones, so there's no reason to focus too much on it. Okay, now where do we want to go? I'd say the sooner we get these, the better. So we need 25 red science to do that. Oh, these need power, so I do have to make a steam engine. Probably just to conserve our wood. Let's put it right here. And then we'll set up some electronics, right? We need... just to get started here. A lot of iron? A lot of iron? And some stone. 4 plus 35. That'll be 38 iron at least. It's a good chunk, that is. Alright, I'm already quickly noticing I don't have a certain amount of my settings on. What's the one to do the... oh, it's Alt, isn't it? Yes, that's what I wanted. Okay, that's a chest full of coal. The one thing that really has to keep flowing more than anything else is iron. If iron stops flowing, that's a real problem. We're gonna do some digging here, too. Just because, like I said, iron's the one limitation. You'll note, by the way, I am twice as fast at drilling iron as this thing, give or take. Does this thing have a speed on it, actually? Mining speed, 0.25 a second. What's my own mining speed? I'm not sure. I don't think the game tells you what your own mining speed is. We'll put half in there, and we'll put the other half in here. We'll get these plates cooking twice as fast while they're going. I definitely need one of these and one of these. And then the steam engine needs 31. Offshore pump, we'll put one there, and we'll put a boiler there. Coal we're gonna need to keep that water boiling. That should be enough to build up our engine. And then I'm hoping that with the last bit of iron, we can do our pipes and be in good shape. Alright. I think this will be enough to get us started anyway. So let's do it. Let's get started. Now, right away, my thought process is I don't have a ton of access to these power lines. In fact, what's it take to get the next level of power lines? Am I able to search? Medium power lines. That's going to take a bit, though. That's going to need steel. That's going to need... what do I even need for these? It just takes 5 reds to make it green? They've redone these recipes for sure. No, that's absolutely not the case. Oh, that's just the research cost. Oh, I'm stupid. Transport belts and inserters. Okay. Alright. It's probably easiest to bring the water to me rather than bring the power to me, right? So we'll do one offshore pump. Let's do the pump here. Well, honestly, take like all 14 of these pipes. Or do I just want more iron? can always take more iron and make more. I think I'll want to be underground as much as possible, but at some point I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and acknowledge I need to spend a bit of wood. Do we... I mean, this looks like trees out here. Maybe I check real quick if that's trees. If it is, maybe it's not so bad. It's trees. Alright. If I get to like 100 wood, I'll feel okay about what I've got going, right? Let's just chop down this whole forest. I guess I could have migrated to away from the desert, but they give you these nice resource patches right in your backyard when you spawn in. And, I mean, this isn't the worst start to the game, you know? Got a good enough number of trees. Now that I've found this area, I'm feeling a lot better anyway about the tree situation. Let's just keep it going. You can never have too much wood. Really, like I said, you can never have too much anything in this game. You will find a way to spend it all. Alright, I mean, that's pretty good for a supply of wood, right? That'll get us started for a while. Things have very rapidly turned around, by the way. Now it is so much easier to make, well, to bring the power to me. Right away, I'm thinking I want a pipe to go up. So that way I can do this. There we go. That's what I wanted. Right there. Now I need some coal to get this started, and I need some power lines to get this started. We'll do a bit of that. We'll take this iron. I definitely need more coal. This copper's great. I have enough copper to last a long time. There we go. Let's do some of that. Some of that. I don't need a ton of coal in there. Now, the rest of the coal definitely has to be spent on power. Power is priority 1 from here. And we have enough of that to last a while. Oh, I need some for this, too. That's right. Iron will continue being a huge limitation if I don't watch myself. What I can do, though, I don't know that I need all that coal in there. This one I'm fine leaving it there. Let's do that. I mean, that's a good-ish amount of coal. Ah, no. I can always move things around later, too, right? It's just, the factory tends to become spaghetti really fast. This is making a lot of steam. Steam is maxed out on both of these. Alright, the lab is going to be the next thing to power, I'd say. So let's get it started. This is not the permanent location of the lab, but it's enough to get started. Right away, electric mining drills are going to be a big deal. We want 25 of these red science. What's my limitation? Iron, as always. Alright. Let's get some iron then. We're okay for coal there, I'd say. 9, I guess most of the way there. If I do that, that'll be enough. Okay, let's take that coal. Let's get this one started again for a bit. Iron, as usual, huge deal. It's fine. Where I'm gonna get burned is this lab, keeping it powered, because you need a lot of coal to make steam. Okay, I think that'll last a while anyway. Keep that going. I can always make another lab. At this point, is it worth it? Eventually it will be, you know? But for now, I'm feeling okay. We'll make more plates. Oh, it ran out. Wow. I was very confused for a second, like, what's wrong with this thing? It ran out. Yeah, let's just move the whole thing. Alright. And we'll do, like, that. Yeah, maybe, like, another up to 30. Probably, yeah, that's probably good. How are we for coal, that one? That one's okay enough. We don't do a lot with stone, so I don't even really care that much about that one. That one I want to keep it going hard for a while. Alright, I've got 11 more science. So let's get it put in the lab. Ooh, let's grab these plates too. Now I can make a second lab if I feel like it. I will eventually want a second lab, but I also want enough steel to get these things, well, truthfully, turn them electric, right? That's kind of the biggest piece of all this. Yeah, you know what? A second lab won't hurt. And what's one of these things cost anyway? One of these electric drills? 23 iron. I'll have enough iron by the time this is done. Alright, we got our lab. Lab number 2 will be up and running momentarily. Let's put it here, right next to the first one. Alright, and we'll get these electric drills twice as fast from here. To prepare, I really ought to get a power grid going. Like I said, this is not a long-term strategy, but I need to start somewhere. Let's go there then. Let's go there. Yeah, and I run out. Copper is my limitation there. Alright, we've got enough to get started with some electric drills. This ought to be enough. I think that'll be enough to get my first electric drill. let's do it then. Let's make that drill. I definitely need that. And yeah, I have enough to make... I'm still short iron? Really? That's unfortunate. Oh, because I've got to empty the chest, probably. Oh, I have... Right. This game has a habit of turning my brain to mush, I swear. It's mind-melting. Sometimes you're sitting there and you're doing math and you're like, ah, I've got it, and you don't have it at all. In fact, you're not even close half the time. Right, let's get out of the way. Yeah, let's build it probably here. There's only 11 here, so we can empty that. Alright, this is good. Iron is going a lot faster now from here, which is fantastic. We really need iron. Now, from here, I guess, I don't know, probably copper is good, I think. Copper is probably priority 2, and coal is rapidly falling to, like, priority 3. Kinda. I mean, the power situation requires more, but... that should be enough for a second electric mining drill. In fact, it's a little more than enough for a second electric mining drill. Now, I still don't have power hooked up there. So, let's fix that. Let's get the power hooked up. You're gone, you're in. Honestly? Give me a second. You're out, you're in. Alright, I feel good about that setup. Alright, coal is priority 3. It's actually really nice that I can just expand right in the order that I want these things electrified. Oh, let's do that, right? Because I'm gonna need that. We'll get our third electric drill, and then stone will be the last one, and I don't want to sleep on stone too much, because it does have its uses. It's just not nearly as good. And just like that, by the way, coal has basically become only good for furnaces and for all this back here, this power production. Eventually, I might even prefer to get a train set up to deliver the coal, rather than have conveyor belts going. Alright, that's going. Just got another message. Just a minute here. Alright, I feel alright about where we're at. Automation's gonna be the next big thing. And honestly, getting some conveyors working, also a big deal. And ramping up production naturally. So let's think through a strategy on that here. Automating science is probably priority 1. Well, I know what priority 1 is, and it's gonna be a bit until I can even get rails, right? Logistics is probably the most important thing I can get. Logistics and automation. I can't make any progress without those. I also need more smelting power. Okay, let's get that started. Let's get that started too. Alright, keeping on top of these iron plates is crucial. I'm just kind of thinking aloud here. If automation is the next big goal, and it is, I've got to start getting production lines going. There's no two ways around it. And I also need the automated buildings to do that, right? What's it called? An assembling machine. Ultimately, once I get assembling machines, I can start making red science on its own. And I can honestly, from there, start piecing together a lot more. That, and then I still want 25 more of these, which means iron plates, honestly. But the assembling machines can start making red science for me. Iron is still my biggest bottleneck. I think it's time to make another iron furnace. That thing ran out a long time ago. Let's also get that automated then, right? It's gonna be a bit tower there. Alright, let's start this up. I think it's going to be something like this. Probably, yeah, like that. Okay. I want to maximize distance with these things. There we go. We've got that operational now, too. After this, I need to get the production flowing permanently, right? The production of power, specifically. So let's grab all the plates that I have, or all the plates, all the ore that I have. We have a lot of ore, actually, more than I thought we would. Top that off. We will top this off. We've got room for a fair amount more. Thinking it through. I've got my 10 red sciences. And now I'm going to need enough iron for an automation building. Okay, I feel good about this. I feel alright about what we've got stocked up for now. Conveyor belts are also going to be the next... Oh, not necessarily the next, but a big next one. There we go. That'll do it. Boiler is okay enough on coal, but I really ought to make a second boiler, right? Is it? Yeah, it's gonna use just as much however I slice it, right? Keeping that full of coal is the big thing. And I had coal, but I didn't bring it for some reason. I don't know what my problem was. Well, I do know what my problem was. I didn't notice I had the coal ready. Alright, these each just have to process one more, well, half a red science now each. Let's keep on top of that. Alright. That's done. Logistics is probably the next priority. That'll be 20 of those. I need 25 though, don't I? I do. I guess I can make an assembling machine. I guess. Let's just keep on top of this one. Logistics is just so important to maintaining a factory in this game that I've got to keep it up. Okay. Maybe lights will be a nice next one to get to. I wouldn't mind getting more lights in this place. I'm gonna turn on my heater too. It's a bit chilly in here. By the way, the reason I'm playing Factorio right now and not Skyrim is I'm actually installing some new mods and some really big ones for Skyrim. I'm doing Skyrim 202X. I'm hoping that'll be really cool for the graphics, and I'm hoping that my game will look really nice after that. I've never used 202X before. I'm also hoping it's not just glitchy. That's one thing that scares me, is like broken textures or something crazy. I can always turn it off if I don't like it, or I can always, you know, play around with it, but I'm hoping it stays good. Okay, after that, I think they're close-ish to... not quite equal. Now they're really close, but there's an odd number left. Who's gonna finish first? Probably you? Let's see. You hit 5 first, so you get the last one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get this coal situation sorted fast. But once we have logistics, I would feel really good about starting to get some production lines going. Okay. That's a lot of copper ore. That's a lot of iron ore, too. We've got enough iron to really get started anyway. Enough to do some damage. And hopefully I've got enough stone to get some furnaces, too. Alright, I actually really feel good about this. Right away, wouldn't hurt to work on some weapons next. Like a submachine gun is what I usually use. Wouldn't be the worst idea. I can also build walls. I don't have that much for the aliens to destroy yet. So if there's kind of one saving grace, it's that. I say we just make this, honestly, as much as I can. Getting coal pumped over will be a big deal. This will be nice, too, because I'll have enough coal saved up that I'm going to pull it right out of the chest, basically. We'll get a normal inserter. Which means I do need one of these. Probably here. Do I want it there, though? That's going to be a little in the way. I guess I can go there. Oh yeah, I forgot these are worth 2 each as well. We're definitely going to have to go south, so let's work on that. Let's stay as out of the way as possible, ideally. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the line that goes down here as well. I have more plates too, because this is definitely not going to be enough. It's already starting to bite me that I went sideways, isn't it? I guess I could do a long-handed inserter. And then one more normal inserter. These are not going to be staying here for good. How do I have, like, a small... Ah, that's okay. Alright, let's do this, and I'm definitely going to need more iron quickly. Alright, yeah, I need a lot more. You know what, though? I can probably put the inserter in. Yeah, that looks nice. And then, while I'm at it, I can put this one in, too. I guess I can do a long-handed there as well. Okay. Yeah, we've got a lot of these. We'll just make all of them, actually. So we have kind of a bonus, too, of doing it this way, is now I've kind of got this, so I can already splitter it off. And, yes, I did say splitter, because I need a splitter for it. Alright, let's get it lined up. We're very close. It helps if these are all going the right way. Wow, I botched this bad, haven't I? In fact, we'll just dig it up. This is so bad. How did I pull that off? These are at least all going the right way. Man, it's fine. Having coal... Honestly, coal is one of those things you almost want on both sides. Because it's just that useful. Now let's just make all of it. This will just be good because it'll give me access to belts immediately. Oh, we are so close. We're so close. We're not quite there, but we're really close. I'll bet that after I grab this, we'll be ready. Oh yeah, we have enough. Probably something like that even is enough. What do you think? 8 more? Is that going to do it? It'll be close. I think I only need 6 more, so yeah, we're good. Alright, this will be our first production line ready to go. Oh, this doesn't actually go there though, does it? Let's cut this off here. I just realized this doesn't actually have to go to the boiler, or, I mean, it does have to go to the boilers. That's my problem. And we're running out of coal already. I'm gonna need more steam fast. Alright, get it back on track. Alright, we're good. We still have enough power cooking up, so we're okay. Do I want a fish? Probably okay without a fish, but... Let's see if this is enough. This might actually be even better. Or close to the... Oh, wow. I need one more. There we go. And now we're going to want just a normal inserter. I don't know what I'm going to do about this. Well, I'll use it later. These things are great. That is kind of the beauty of it all, you know? If I pull it out, there we go, it fills, so we're good. We've got it set up properly. Power is no longer going to be a problem, which is great. I say another steam engine, and then we'll be really cooking. Right away, I'm seeing a need to get some automation of this stuff, too. These plates will always be useful. Always, always, always. What's the deal here? Alright. Now for long-term strategy, I need lots and lots of iron. I will never have enough iron. You'll think you have enough, and you never do. So, I say we make more of these. And we focus on how we can produce some of this red science. Honestly, just so I don't get too attached, I'm gonna move the... Oh, I've already picked up the labs. Great. I'm glad I did that, because, like I said, I would get too attached if I didn't. Alright, we'll stay on top of this. I just want to keep it refilling. There we go. That'll be a lot of iron plates. Let us get these drills put in. If we want to maximize, we do it kind of like this. Maybe even like that now. Yeah, I like that a lot. I like that. That's really good. Now, we're going to want it to look something like this. We do that. Which side will it spit out to? That's the question, right? Which side is this going to spit out to? Yeah, okay. It's sort of what I was afraid of. guess we do it like that, and then, I don't know, like, that's spitting out to the right side. No, it's not. Maybe if we do it, yeah. The thing is, you've got to keep everything on the correct side, you know? I guess I could splitter it too, but... not really looking to do that yet. Alright. I think maybe we need one more. Hey, what have I done? We do it like that. We do it like so. Wow, this is a little weird. I've done this before. It's just, there must be a better way to go about it, but... that's alright. Now it's all on the proper side. I say from here, we're going to want coal going in there. And we're going to want some of these furnaces. Probably like one furnace per drill, and that's probably still not enough, honestly. Something like that. We take a splitter up here. Yes, alright. We're getting there. Slowly but surely, we are getting there. Does this line up? It's got to come like one more out, I guess, but... I can probably do it like this. So close. Alright. Cool. Now, we get 4 inserters, 1 per. Now, figuring this out will be kind of my next challenge, I guess, right? Let's do it like that. There we go. Now I need 4 more inserters. And I also need some long-handed inserters. I need 3 more of those. I bet that if I do it like this... Yeah? Yeah, probably. Probably. Sorry, I'm like thinking aloud here. How am I gonna make this work? Guess I can put that in there. This will start giving me plates actually, which is not bad at all. In fact, I probably ought to get all of these going. What am I doing? I was sitting there like, how am I gonna get enough iron? I wasn't even thinking. I have got all the iron set up right here. Ooh, I think that's one short. Now, as far as this goes, I need one going the other way. Or does it have to be going the other way? You know what? I probably didn't even need long-handed inserters in hindsight if I just get a splitter and... yeah. Ah, jeez. There we go. I'm gonna want it something like this. Alright, we take an iron chest, we make one more inserter, and we are good to go. Plus a couple of power lines. Alright, this ought to be enough to get us started anyway. Ooh. Maybe I have to do something like that. And I don't know, some kind of underground belt. Just to get us started. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a decent start anyway. Alright. And we'll take one more of these underground belts, too. Just to get this going as well. Alright. Yeah, that's fine. Now we need a faster system for this as well. Because this one's a bit slow. I think that'll be fine to manage the production for now. Long term, this is gonna have to move. I already know. This is fine for like a baby's first production line. Sorry. Okay. Well, we're making progress though, right? Slowly but surely. I feel pretty good about this setup, actually. Okay, that's got us started. Now, red science requires, if I look, copper plates and iron gear wheels. There's almost no automation that feeds into that. It's literally 2 iron plates to a gear wheel. So, in other words, 1 copper and 2 iron. And that takes half a minute to produce. These copper plates take... Or, did I say half a minute? I meant half a second. Take 3.2 seconds, but... I rig it up right, it might as well be almost 0. Honestly, we do the same setup. How much is there? 60 and 130? Thing is, I don't want to just abandon some of this, but at the same time, I also don't want to I guess I could throw the burner drill on it. A couple of burner drills. And I don't know. One inserter. And a power line. Just to get it started, I guess. I mean, it's not that elaborate, right? There's really not that much to dig up here, so... yeah, and then we'll just let this do all the digging. Alright, we've got these to kind of build out here. Something like this. And realistically, probably like that. Is this gonna spit it out onto the right side? I would think so. Oh, yeah, because that can guarantee it goes to the correct side. No, it can't. There we go. I do it like that. It'll flow up and around to be on the other side. Okay. This one, though. This one. This one we manage with an inserter. I'm not doing all the work to flip it around. That'll put it on the proper side. This, we just remove, I guess. There's a lot of copper in my inventory now. I need another iron chest. The iron chest will hold all of the plates that we finish. Now we're also going to need 4 stone furnaces. What do we do with these? I don't know. I'll move them later. We are very rapidly running into all the fun of this. I actually really like it, though. This game, I can laugh and joke and be like, ah, it's terrible, but I actually really like this game. I know I'll have to rework this later, so why build it like that? Why not just do it now? Okay, we'll do it the same way. Over here. I think that's pretty solid. I might need more of this. Maybe I don't. Maybe I do it like that. Nah, because I need... okay. Ooh, I actually very quickly run into a problem with that. Glad I caught that one. That one wouldn't have been fun to run into. Alright, and then we stack it up like so. Now what I need is this, so we'll do that. Perfect. That is perfection. Up here, these are already in the wrong spot. I'm noticing that the line will overlap if I don't move it. Alright, let's get this going. I'm gonna need one of these two. Okay, we've got this set up here. I'm gonna need it like this. This would go up like that. We need at least... Let's think it through. We need 5 of these, and we need 10 of these. Plus a splitter. I think that'll get us started anyway. Now once again, it's going to be something kind of like this. Maybe even like that. That could be kind of nice, eh? And then we'll need some setup like this. We'll need one more belt, and then the splitter will go like so. Alright. These inserters will go as... will be installed as such, rather. I don't know what I'm saying. We'll do it like that. And probably similar deal where it's like... Do I want to start this up yet? That's probably fine. I want to fill these up as much as I can, though, because I have a lot of copper in my inventory that I didn't intend to fill it with. I mean, a lot of copper. More than I thought I would. That's going pretty good. So 164 more copper there, that's fine. Yes. We've got 2 iron chests. I say we do it like so, and then we do... Let's grab some coal. And we'll do it like that. 3. This one is the biggest kind of missing coal situation. And honestly, probably like that and like that. Okay. That'll get some plates going. I can eventually drop off more copper as time goes on. Now, finally, as far as powering this goes, I'll need a couple more of these. It's gonna look like that. I want more of these. Probably kind of like that. Okay. Now we need 2 inserters. Something like this. And we'll also want probably one of you. Something like this. Oh yeah, and then you're gonna be out of luck though if I don't watch it. Maybe like that, and then I don't need this one. Yes, alright, this is looking really good. Oh, coal. That's the other side that I needed. Do it like that, and maybe even like that. I like this a lot. This looks really awesome, and it's getting our copper produced. Okay, how is pollution going? Are they getting polluted down here? Very soon. Very soon we'll be under attack if I don't watch it. That means this has to be my next priority. Alright, let's put these labs in probably like, I don't know, another temporary spot, honestly. That should be enough to get us our military research. Okay. Research is back underway. Now, right away, I'm thinking assembling machines. The assembling machines have to kind of keep up with the pace of research. Fill these again. And maybe like another round or two of that'll be good. Okay, that's good. Let's build a submachine gun and a good amount of ammo. I'll never regret having ammo. Let's think it through now. For every one of these takes 5 seconds. So if I want like 4-ish machines assembling that, right? I say we do... I need 5 anyway, so it's okay. How long does each of these gear wheels take to make? Half a second. That's not very long at all. If I'm making 4 of these, each red science needs 1 gear wheel. I'm thinking it through. 1 gear wheel every 5 seconds divided by 4. Maybe I just make 5 of these. Just to make the math easy. Is that the move? 5 red science production things, and then the pace changes over time for how quickly these go, so you can't even use that for the math. You just can't. We're making 5 red science every... So that's going to be 1 red science a second, which means I need... 1 red science every second. Every second I need 1 of these. I would actually need only 1 of these factories? Really? I think so. I think that checks out. I think that checks out. Okay. Well, let's see. I think the math adds up. That means that I need... Oh, I need to fill this with plates, first of all. So I need more iron plates. Now this is also going to need copper plates, probably on the other side. I don't love how close I'm building this close to... Yeah. We set this up sort of in no man's land. We don't really want these labs here. We want them out of the way. Let's also fill these one more time, and then I think I'll be done with the copper ore in my inventory. Yeah, we're good. Alright. Sweet. We want that in my hotbar. We want 1 of you for gear wheels. We need space for inserters and lines. We run this all along, or do I want to go this way because that's kind of where everything's going to be coming from. Alright, iron goes in here. Probably something like that. I think if we turn it, that gives us the option to expand later. Let's just make all of these, actually. I'm gonna need them anyway. I actually have enough copper. Or, I'm sorry, enough iron. It's copper that's become my limitation this time. A little bit strange. That's not something I'm used to, I must say. Do it like this, like this. We need it like that so that I can actually pull out my red science. Give it just a sec to build up. And then we do it like this. This one makes iron gear wheels. This one makes red science. So, to get this started, we need copper plates come out of there. And I say we pull it right out of here, actually. Alright, that's copper plates set. Now, iron is my other priority. And in fact, the way I've set this up... how do I want to do it? Perfect. These are gonna run right alongside each other, which is alright. It's not quite as much space as I would like, but you know, I can make it work. Realistically, they could almost run together, but what I want is the gears to ultimately be running together, right? Okay. This is gonna go like so. And I guess kind of like that. Alright. We definitely need a bunch of that. So let's make these poles and get them running along this thing. Okay. Ah, so close. Alright, that is really close to what I'm looking for. This is slower than I want it to be. You know, if I need more of those gear wheels, fortunately I've set it up that I can easily kind of expand, right? Maybe I don't even do it like this. Maybe I pull it back so that I can easily expand on. Yeah? Now I'm thinking logically here. Yeah, because that enables now that I can put some here, maybe, you know, down the line, and it's okay because the ones back here fuel this one. This makes it kind of expandable later. Now, I'll bet I don't have power right there. Nope. Alright. Now, is it really just one gear wheel per red science? Huh. What do you know? You really only need one of each per red science? Yeah, alright. And red science is slow to make, so it's not like I'm losing that much. Alright. This will be 40 more lines. Alright, we have production. Ah, it's all on the wrong... It's all mixed in. No. What have I done? I actually don't mind hanging on to a bit of that. My problem is, I need it to be like this. In fact, why don't I go the other way? And I can dig up all of this. Yeah? Yeah, okay, and then I get some labs going. And the labs will go, like, way out here in no man's land, so we're not missing out on anything. And with a 5th lab, I think we'll be in great shape. I mean, I can't really build anything out here anyway. I mean, I can, it's just... This will set me up nicely for the future, I think. Plus, I've got plenty of room to do some production lines up here and out there and, you know, up in here, over here. This is exactly where you want your research station in this game, I'd say. Now, do I want to be that close down there? Probably not. Whoop, I don't want to make another one, though. Now, the one downside of this is I've got to get power out here. That's fine. Nope, I do need more because I'm building more labs. There we go. And this is kind of a one-way road, so I don't have to worry too much about... kind of want it like this. In this space kind of in between, like that. There we go. Alright, we have power. Do I have enough power coming in, by the way? That's a good question. I'm not actually fully convinced that I do. You know what? This setup is actually kind of terrible. Yeah, I'm under attack, aren't I? They're destroying my power lines. No. It's just the one. Alright. That means the pollution has reached down here, finally. We're gonna need a plan of attack. If we want to stay on top of that, right? And I've already fixed that. Maybe some turrets? Turrets could go a long way. Should be about enough, right? These take 5... Yeah, that's actually like a perfect one-to-one for those gear wheels. Now, I don't have that much to lose if the aliens absolutely annihilate me. I meant to turn that on. These... I honestly didn't expect to see one of those spitters already. There's a second one here. No! I don't actually know if I have enough ammo to survive this. Oh, man, I was so close, too. Do I have enough to finish off this spawner anyway? Oh my gosh. I died. Really unfortunate. I didn't lose that much. Alright, let's go get my character corpse out of there. It's like right here. Oh, am I gonna live? I lived. Barely. And then they got me anyway, and now they're kinda preparing to come after me again. Oh, yikes. I was killed by a small biter. How embarrassing. Alright. I say... I'll never regret setting that up, right? I'll need it eventually, so I might as well research it. What I ought to do, honestly, is set up some turrets, but... Okay. This one I don't even want. It's like Z to drop that, yeah? Don't forget the fish. You're right. I always forget this game has fish in it. I do. I always forget there are fish. Oh, don't kill me. Please don't kill me. These guys are so bad. I got him. I got it. Whew. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. I might go fishing right now. The fish are a bit far away. Maybe I can get this one? I will say, though, I don't actually remember how to eat the fish. It's right-click to consume. It says it's right-click to consume. Okay. It's right-click to consume. There we go. Helps throw off the worms. Yeah, I've played this before. I just, frankly, I'm underprepared for these guys right now, but they're getting polluted, so I better get on my game. I figured it out. Yeah, I got it eaten. I know it says raw fish. I don't know if you're actually able to cook the fish, though. Maybe you can. I've never really tried. I actually need more drills. What do you know? You know, I went to all this work, and honestly, I can just do it like this. Because I'm not going to be worrying about which side it's on, really. This line is just for ore anyway. Let's move that real quick to be like here. There we go. Now I need more ammo. I need a lot more ammo. If I'm going to take those on, I need way more. Alright, that one's emptied out too, which is nice. I really wanted to empty that one out. This one here. Because now I've got enough going on that I can... that I can just kind of focus on the copper now. And if I back it up, which I don't know that I can right now, things are slowing down. That means I don't have enough production of power. Yeah, grid's getting a bit maxed out. Okay. Let's do it like that. And right away, maybe even a third one. Repair packs are nice to have too. I appreciate the reminder about the fish, by the way. I completely forgot those were in the game. now they're all going a bit slower, which is fine. We've got enough fuel there. Okay. 2 generators per boiler. Okay. I'll make another generator and another boiler. I'll think that one through quick. It's gonna be something like this. Now, as far as hooking you up to the grid, I guess we just do that. And then we can do a pipe in between. Alright. A radar will be nice to have too. Then I can actually see the impact of my pollution as it spreads further. Alright. Do I have enough ammo? Absolutely not. But I'm getting there. I am getting there. I've taken out one of the spawners, so this one is easier now than it used to be. Plus, with the spitter gone, that'll be good. I don't even know what I'm hitting. Oh, it's just the thing peeking out. Well, fish. Alright. Yeah, this guy's gonna be next to go, honestly. Okay. Maybe I hide back here and recover. Keep in hand, can shoot, and heal. Probably not a bad call. Alright, health is regenning. Ooh, I don't have enough ammo again. Ah, they're after me. I didn't even notice that. I can click anywhere to eat. That's good to know. So, I don't usually use fish. I usually just die over and over. Ah, I did not want to activate you guys. Do I have enough ammo? I don't think so, honestly. No, I really don't. In fact, I need to run. Let's get out of here. Dying is too much work. Yeah, I know. It really is a lot of work, but these aren't even on. That's embarrassing. I thought they were. Alright, they're after me, which is preferable at the moment. Oh yeah, you can punch them. I forgot. You're right, I absolutely could punch them. Let's get this fixed first. Whoops. Well then why am I, if I don't actually care which side it's on, why am I doing this work too, you know? Okay. This should be enough to take out that last spawner. The pollution's gonna be here like 2 seconds later. I don't even know what's going on off the side. You never want your pollution to be out of the visible range, I think. Add an ammo maker to that iron chest. Probably not a bad idea. I actually don't tend to make automation for ammo until it's way too late. Usually for the military chest, actually, is when I do it. Stay on top of it. Alright. That hive is dead. Let's actually get this started. Let's do that next. Heavy armor. Do I have enough to take that on? Probably not, but if I do this, I might. And there are no spitters on this one. Okay, we're getting there. Slowly but surely we're getting there. I don't think I have enough for that next one, so we'll just leave. Trying to take a few turrets with me, drop those, feed them, and they back me up. Yeah, I tend to do that once I get the laser turrets. Usually I'll just start throwing down power lines, and then I let the laser turrets do all the work. Alright. These are all going, so... This is already getting crowded, by the way. I hate that. To fix it, we'll turn the other way. Yeah, I know I cut the power off to, like, half the factory. No, I didn't. I really just cut it off to that. Oh, and up there. Okay. No, I want it here, actually, so that way I can get the inserter. Maybe I didn't. Okay. There we go. We got there. Let's get more of these going. Wait a minute. No, this is terrible, actually. This is terrible, because I've got to... We're just going to move all of this, actually, then. Except the power line. I need that. What was I... Why did I do that? Okay. How am I going to do this? I'm rapidly approaching the spaghetti factory level, and I haven't even done all that much. That's concerning. Let's do 3 more of these. We'll do 3 more of these inserters because I need them. How am I doing this? The bottom one. And I need 3 more of these. I'll do it like that too. There we go. And I need power lines to support it. Oh, and I need underground as well, so that I can work around that. Wait. Oh, yeah, okay. I was very confused for a second. Guess I can do... Question is, where's the power line gonna go? I think ideally the power line's gonna go there. So we do it like this. Wow, that's annoying. I guess I can do another one, right? Because I am going to need one eventually. It's eventually going to be there. I guess I can just top it off, right? Fill in the space. Something like, not that, but that. Alright. There we go. Heavy armor is finished. Let's improve our projectiles next. If I'm doing this, I want more of these, and I'll... Actually, 2 more still. Nope, that's the wrong side. I want it like this. Okay. We are getting there, slowly but surely. Maybe emphasis on the slowly. Oh, that sucks. We'll do it like that, then. We gotta flip it for the power lines to work. We do that, and now we're really cooking. Now we're going. We're going hard. This feeds right up here, which I guess is okay. Don't love it, don't hate it. I'm just kind of thinking aloud here. Eventually I'm gonna need a splitter here, so that way I can also go down and work my way up. I also will eventually probably want something to manage even more drills from other locations too in the long term. Maybe we do one thing at a time though. We're making about half as much copper, if not even less, than we are iron. That's probably okay. This is going pretty well, actually, up here. Ooh, I need more gears. It might be just perfect. I don't really know. I won't be upset if I've got more gears. I think the math checks out, but let's do it just to be on the safe side. If I'm wrong, I have too many gear wheels, and it's whatever. This game is the only thing that makes me really enjoy doing math. Yeah, I might be a little lighter on gear wheels than I'd like to be. I think it's actually perfect. And that's why it's empty. No, because I had a backlog, though. It wouldn't be emptying the backlog ever if it... Yeah, you know? It would never empty the backlog if I didn't run low at times. Now, over the long haul, some lights will be nice. Let's build them now before I decide to push it off for another 10 years or whatever. I tend to do that. I tend to say, yeah, lights just aren't that important, and I don't make lights ever. And then eventually I'm like, wow, it's really dark. I'd like some lights. Plus, it just makes the factory that much warmer. The lights are off. Something kind of like that. Probably ought to have enough to reach the labs. The labs themselves give off light. Maybe if I do like one in the middle, just to brighten it up a bit. And I think we just let it get dark until I figure out the next ones. You know what? I could actually optimize this. If I cut this out. And why do I feel like that is a duplicate? I don't really need that. And then the light, I just move. Light will go... Nope, not there. Light will go there. And then we just do one power line here to bridge it. Perfect. Probably something like that. Maybe like 3 more lights-ish. If we do it kind of like this, I think that'll be about bright enough. Maybe like in here. I probably ought to throw one down for the coal line too, just so I can see. I think that'll be fairly bright anyway. I ought to get some ammo too. Just to have it on hand. Oh, do I actually care enough to build lights up here? I probably should. Oh, I want radars too. And lights. If I do 3 or 4 more, and then I can always have some in inventory as well. Okay. Next big rite of passage is going to be getting green power going. I actually still don't have enough furnaces, which is nuts. That's insane to me, that I actually still don't have enough furnaces. Actually, maybe I do. There's a backlog up here. What I do here now is... I don't know. See, because now I've started cutting off the line. I guess I can set up these on either side and just do inserters that pull from it. And that way I'll have a nice supply of both. I don't think I'll ever regret building a supply of both. No, wait, I already have a supply of this. Get out of here. In fact, I'll take some more. And while we're at it, why am I hanging on to red science? Let's throw that in these labs. I might actually need even more labs. Do I want to double up the labs? Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. You can never have too many labs. Oh, you definitely can, but... Is this full? Alright, that's fine. I don't use stone nearly as much as everything else. Eventually, I think the military science packs use walls, and then you start to do it, but... Okay, let's think. These lights are all starting to turn on. Now I can kind of see what I want this to look like up here. I think that's perfect, actually. That's really nice. Do I want lights going out to here? I might. Yeah, I probably do. 3 more ought to cover it, I think. Especially if I keep them pretty spaced out, like so. There we go. That's looking nice. Now I've got a nice path to see where I'm going, except for here. It's a bit of a dead spot because I didn't want to throw a light down right here. Ooh, this one ran out already. Alright, let us build a new one here then. Maybe even there? Or do I want to go like back here? I've got to think it through. Let's build a lot more of these transport belts. This is something I really ought to automate, is transport belts. Maybe that's the next thing. Automated transport belts. And then I am going to need some green science after that. So... transport belts are pretty much just iron. I guess I could splitter this and just keep the... Yeah, just keep the gears going forward. And then this will be like my personal line. And then I'll make the more industrialized science line later. That feels like a good that feels like a good plan, doesn't it? Let's actually stop on a few of these, because I've got... Well, I'm actually building the system to automate it. I'll need a splitter. So let's make a splitter. Let's get to it. I mean, yeah, kind of, but like... Maybe bulk is a better term? I don't know. You're right, it is all industrialized, but like... I kind of meant bulk. Spoilage. What on earth is that? I have no clue what spoilage is. Jeez, I was looking for these and it took me way too long to find it. In fact, I probably ought to do it like back here, right? Can I... Filter that. Throw the... I'm actually fine hanging on to copper. There we go. Perfect. Oh, and I need iron as well. Okay, assembling machine here. We do that. Let's set this up for transport belts. Perfect. And then we just hook this up. Maybe even like that. Okay. I bet if I do it like that, I can grab almost the whole thing. Alright, that's making transport belts. We've done it. Sweet. Alright, that'll be great. That'll work really well for me. Is this thing just going to be running forever? In fact, this fills up. I actually might need a fast inserter. Instead of this one, let's make the fast inserter. It'll be a little too quick, but that's okay. Okay, now we have all the belts I could ever need. Which will be nice for the green line. To get the green science, I need transport belts again and inserters. Let's think it through. What's an inserter take? More iron gear wheels and iron plates, and then the electronic circuit. So all in all, this needs 5.5... 5.5 iron to 1.5 copper. If I want 5 of these, I need 25.5 and 7.5 respectively. And it takes 8.7 seconds to make the whole thing. Where's the 0.7 coming from? Is that 1.2? This is still obviously the biggest bottleneck, so I need one of these for every 5 of these. Okay, I can make that work. And definitely these gear wheels are 0.5 seconds each. We're making belt inserters. One belt maker will feed 12. One inserter will also feed 12 grains. Really? That's it? Oh, right. So I'm thinking through the circuits, though, too. I guess you're right, though. If I can make 12 greens, that's not bad. Yeah, this one's really quick, in fact. It's just a matter of making sure I've got the resources going into it, right? I really only want 5 greens. I guess I can make more reds. And the one gear maker should feed 10 Really? No, it was definitely running out with 1. In fact... 2 iron plates, half a second crafting time. I guess you're right. How was it running out, though? Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I'm crazy. 5 seconds crafting time. Use blue inserters? For what? Oh, for these. I see. That's why it was running out. Okay. I see. I see exactly what you're saying. You're right. It's all about seeing where the bottlenecks are. Would you believe me if I told you I studied supply chain in college? Output 2, blue output? Is it? Yeah, okay. It is blue output. I probably don't need this one then. Jeez. There we go. As long as this thing is always running. There's like a small delay. Really small, but it is present. Now, gear wheels, we always have enough going in, I think. It is slowly decreasing now. Okay. There we go. But now I don't have enough gear wheels. Or I do, it's just getting snatched up real quick. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Belts might do better with its own dedicated gear. As long as the belts are always running, I'm good, right? It's like just in time. Never mind. I see what you're saying. Alright, let's do it then. Let's put the assembling machine back. Yeah, you're right. I also can't add more reds if I do that. I don't know if I want these hooked up like this. Maybe I don't. Right next to the belt maker. I see what you're saying, yeah. In fact, I can probably do it like this. And I did not mean to click that. I should also put these down here, honestly. No, it's gonna have to be like this. Inserter spaced, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And then I can go down and up. Now I just need power feeding in and we're good to go. Sweet. Oh, and I need to actually specify it. This is sweet. And then I don't need you anymore or this. We just do that. Can copy and paste recipes. Yeah, I can, can't I? That's alright. I'm good with this setup for now. I don't love all of this. I guess I'm gonna need steel as well. Does that mean I'm gonna need more? I have enough cooking. Mostly to stay on production. Yeah, it's just a matter of priority, right? You're right, there will never be enough of anything. I might be able to feed my personal transport belt line into a green. I don't know if I want to do that, though. Sontracev is 24 furnaces. Yeah. I'm just kind of thinking here. Maybe if I've already got 5. Maybe I max out my red production for now. Right? I'll never regret having more red. I'm just trying to think of bulk production, right? It's all about setting yourself up for long-term success, and the last thing I want to do is build a factory that I've got to tear up later. I guess I needed 10. I could have just done sets of 5, but oh well. It doesn't look quite so nice like this, but that's okay. Oh, I need one more. Alright, click. Okay. I don't think I even knew you could do that. And then what? Do I... That's not right. This is setting up waypoints for me. Alt right click and then shift left click. That's not doing it. That's setting these up. And then I actually want alt mode. Maybe it's... I am doing shift left click, yeah. So I did alt right, and that set up a waypoint, and then shift left is just not doing anything. Oh, it's shift right click. Ah, I see. I don't know why I was doing alt. Alright, we're good to go. This is making a lot of reds. So I should probably make enough greens to match. Greens take just a little longer than red. 1 more second. Oh, this is actually running out here. Which means, aha, this is running low. I thought it would. It's still cooking away, it's just too light. If I get 2 more of these, I'm in the way there. Now if I do it like this, and this is still never going to be enough. How's your pollution cloud? It's definitely huge. I still... Oh, I never placed the radar. There we go. Okay. Let's see how that does. I probably need more still, but... In fact, I definitely do. Oh, wait, I have a ton of iron. What am I doing? I think what I'm missing is actually... copper? It must be copper. Oh, yeah, it's copper. Okay. Ah, wait, these are burner! Stop that. What am I doing? I think the dead giveaway should have been that I couldn't make nearly as many because the stone was a limitation there. Okay, I am actually hitting the limit on that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Maybe I just bite the bullet now and do this because I'm gonna have to anyway. Even though I kinda don't want to, I have to do it long term. This will just be way too good for long term gain. So, what I want to do is I want to dig this up first. So that way I don't block myself as the smelting expands. And realistically, I also want to dig up... This is a bit too close. So I'll do that, and then I'll do that, and then I'll put the smelting after all of this set up. This could actually go one further down. Which means this could go one further down. And that's about perfect. Right, never build in a field, it's for miners only. Yeah. Yeah, what I'll end up doing is sorting that out momentarily. I think what I can do is go under everything here. Can it stretch? It can. It's a tight fit, but it can. Now we do that. We do probably furnaces on this side now. In fact, let's do the furnace after all of these. What I'll do is I'll feed these into this side. Yes, okay. Oh, and this one just dried up. Okay. I'm gonna need to grab all of this, so let's do it here, even though it's not that much. Great. Do that. We'll do... Oh, that didn't even hook up. What am I... What am I doing? Why did I do that? Okay. There we go. Now I'm gonna want smelters way out here, probably. Now to get the coal there, I guess I could put it all on the... Yeah, actually, maybe that's the play. Is that the right one? I think that's what I want. Now just grab a ton of that and I'll throw it all in these smelters so I'm not carrying a ton of ore. Okay. Great. That's going. We'll do coal on the other side. Well then, in this case, just to max out... yeah, just so I don't feel like I'm wasting these lines. There we go. Alright. Very cool. And we're going. Alright. We're producing again. Now I eventually want to hook that up to this. So let's work towards that. Alright. I'm probably going to want more of these, though, right? So let's make more. I also really like that I set it up now so that it's both lines, because now I don't have to worry about this monstrosity of all those underground bits. And I need more inserters too. I think 8? 8. Something like that. Something like that. And then it'll spit out this way. Great. Do I even need this one then? No. Yes. But not that one if I do it like this. There we go. There's some doubling up here. It's because this connects to both. And there's like a cleaner like that. Just to space out power across more area. Okay, this is looking a lot better. This is still drying out, which is insane to me. In fact, I still don't have enough iron coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Holy crap. I'm gonna need more stone. Oh no, it's actually leveled out. We're doing better than I thought. Alright. Honestly, rather than... I kind of want to do the same thing here now. I say if we move that, we just move it up 1. Okay, this is temporarily off, but rather than do this, I could just do that. And now it's so much cleaner. And it frees up these long arm inserters. So now I can even do this. Yeah? And then I'll just hook it up like this. Is this how I want it? Maybe like that. Ah! What's happening? Stuff's getting attacked. I just built this. Get out of here. Yikes. Where'd they come from? Probably down here. Okay. We'll take a repair pack, maybe even 2. And these we want on the hotbar. Alright, everything's fixed. Okay. This is out of coal? Am I really... Oh, I'm not making enough coal. I'm not making nearly enough coal, even. This will be a real problem, too, if I don't get on top of it. Oh, wait. I don't want it like this. I actually want it to go like this. Or I guess even like that. There we go. How am I gonna manage that? Is there coal under here? I don't think so. Did that say my name? Character. Okay. Let me think it through. I want coal going like... Fun. I guess I can set it up, though, right? Where I say I just want left for both? Can I do that, and then will it let me standardize? Let me see what happens. If I just do that, what happens? It still goes both ways, I guess. Maybe it's not so bad if it's this line. I mean, that's just it. Maybe it's not so bad. Let's get more electric drills. We'll throw one here. Let's just hope I'm not breaking some of my lines here by doing it that way. I don't think I am. It is slowly but surely funneling down. I definitely need more coal, though, for sure. I need way more coal, in fact. Let's make a lot more of these. Maybe even like 5 more. Copper remains cut off, as does stone, so I gotta fix that, too. Boy, we are so close, I probably ought to just finish that. Let's go grab my transport belts from over here. Okay, this I just need to hook up, basically. Oh, ooh, you're joking. You've got to be kidding me. You guys really are the worst. Alright, let's do some alien hunting. It's open season on the aliens, I've decided. So there are 2 nests that are about to be a problem. This one down here and that one way off to the right. So we'll take care of it now. There we go. Alright, another nest down. Now Now, I'm gonna need more ammo for sure to take out this one. Let's prepare. Hi, puppy. I do not like this. I don't like this one bit. Ugh. I don't know that I've actually got the power to stop all of this. Nope. That is not at all what I want to see. I want to max out their range and survive. It gets easier from here, right? As long as I stay right on the fringe, I should be able to reach. Ugh. Yikes on these worm things, though. In fact, they are worms. Oh my gosh, that hurts. That hurts a lot. Oh man. I hate that. How am I gonna take that on? I actually have Cole sorted out miraculously. Alright. Green science is gonna be mission critical. That's gonna give me the resources I need to do a lot of new production. Hi, Biscuit. Biscuit's my dog, by the way. Oh, I might not have what I need to even survive to get my corpse back. I don't. Ouch. That's annoying. Alright, let's get some iron. Let's sort that out. Iron seems to have kind of stabilized again. We need 5 copper plates as well. This should be enough to at least get my corpse back. What's it take to make this heavy armor? 40 iron. That's light armor. Heavy armor needs steel. Okay. Steel is still a ways out. I need way more iron before I'm ready for steel. Let's go out and get this one first, probably. Alright, I built a machine gun, so naturally I use my pistol the whole time. This will just be some free ammo, so I'll take it. And I've got way more capacity to make ammo up here. There we go. I say we fish. Dealing with these worms is gonna be definitely the worst part of this. Oh, shoot. Oh, man. Oh, that hurts. That hurts bad. You know what, though? I have 2 of the worms done. So if I just take a little bit more copper, and I grab just a little more iron, I'll make 1 more submachine gun and more ammo. We'll go back. Ooh, is that uranium up there? I think so. This is also going to be fun. Wow. I got really unlucky to have massive alien bases right here. We'll do a quick swap out because I don't want to deal with that later. I've got to get my corpse, but I've probably got to kill the worms in order to actually get it safely. There we go. Alright, that's really nice. Now, as far as you all go, this worm is the last thing that's gonna hurt. I lived. They tried to get me, and they couldn't do it. There we go. After all that work, I have finally wiped out their base. Dang, that was some work, though. Holy cow. And I'm out of ammo. It's not what I really want to be running into when I'm shooting these things down. We are almost there. Whew, we've done it. This one just looks easier. This one is easier. Which is really lucky. Look at this. I got like 1,000 iron just from picking up like a chest, and I've used almost all of it already. That's insane. Alright, once these are gone, I'll be able to pollute in peace for a while again. There we go. I'll even get a bit closer. I was hoping it would automatically shoot the alien for me. It didn't. Alright, let's go up and just make sure I really can pollute in peace, but I'm pretty sure I can. Sure looks like it, eh? I think that's... Oh, that's a good chunk of the cloud. I guess there's that corner I can't see. Let's go up here and explore this, and then I'll head on south. See what I'm looking at there. And up here, too. Now, at least the radar is starting to catch up, right? So I'll be able to see what's going on. Let's get back and let's start making the line for these green sciences. Transport belts and inserters. Transport belts just needs a ton of iron. Oh yeah, I need to fix this too real quick. This one's easy though. I just dug it up briefly. There we go. Oh, what is this doing? Get that out of here. I don't want ore on that line. Okay. This sucks too. What have I done wrong here? Oh, I need to fix it anyway. Guess I can do it like this. Nope, nope, I can't. It's gotta be something like that. No, still not right. There we go. Now we've got it. That was way harder than it needed to be, honestly. Oh, jeez. Okay, I think we're straightened out. Now I can put you down and make more. Okay. Do one of those and probably one of those. Something like this. Not that high. Alright. I did not need a second one, actually. Oh, that's alright. I'm gonna make more. I can definitely be producing a lot more stuff. I didn't want one of these. I wanted one of these. Let's make 5 of these, and then I'll grab a little more stone. There we go. I'll just cap my stone off there. We've got 5 of these now, so I can do that. We'll build up to here. Now I need 10 inserters to match. Once it starts making inserters, I'll be a lot happier. There we go. Ooh, I actually thought that I had enough for even more inserters than that, honestly. That's okay. We'll do that, and we'll do that. Now we're cooking. Alright. Coal production, looking good. I think we have enough. Pretty sure we have enough. That's as good as it gets for now, anyway. Let us... honestly, probably expand iron even more, but not yet. Not yet. Let's do a splitter here. And then we'll start working on the green. Perfect. Now to get green underway, I'm going to want plenty of room for sure. It takes 6 seconds to make these, so one automation, one assembling machine can handle an awful lot of greens. It can make 12 of them. And honestly, that probably is about the right ratio, right? 12 of them to 10 of these. Every minute we will make... Let me think. If I make 12 of those, I will make 2 green science every second. And I make 2 red every second. We're good. Okay. That is the right ratio. Alright. Let's think. Ultimately, I'm going to want green science kind of in here, right? Eventually. Maybe this turn-off is a little premature. I can kind of go like that, though, eh? Keep an eye on my dog. She seems to be doing okay. She's just kind of laying on the floor, looking a little bored. She does that, though. Alright, this is all going to be green science. Oh, that's right, it was... Nope, it was shift right, shift left. There we go. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? Is that really? Yeah, okay, that adds up. That checks out. Do it like... that, and then like that. I'll still need a bit more of these. If I do it like that, I'll be able to hit all 3. Okay. So ultimately, I need transport belts going in there, and I need electronic circuits going in there. If I'm making 12, then ultimately I need... How long do these transport belts take to make? Not long. I get 2 every second. So every 6 seconds I get 12. That's perfect because that's how long it takes to make green science. So I need 1 transport belt production. And they just need iron and gears. Okay. That'll be room for an inserter, room for... Okay. This is gonna spit out transport belts. Perfect. That'll be transport belts, and I'm gonna want like 12 of these at least. I need 24 actually if I'm gonna be going in and out like that, right? Probably something like this. To make sure I've got room, I'm gonna wait just a bit so that way I don't have to re-click. And then like that. Perfect. And then realistically, I'll probably just do the same thing on this side, right? Great. Alright, and we have that hooked up. Alright, so we have transport belts. What we need is a splitter. We need a splitter so that we can have another assembling machine. And I run out of iron again. Great. So we split. We do this. Now this one needs fast inserters. Should also have 2 more because you're gonna need, oh, you're gonna need power too. You're gonna curve up like so. You're gonna be making, I need room for the inserter. You're gonna make these gear wheels and then put power here. Probably like that. We do you like this. We do you like that. Oh, this is so close. I'm excited. Alright, now we need one more fast inserter down here. Wow. You actually do need to be there, too. A little bit unfortunate, but that's alright. Transport belt's done. Now, the trickier part is going to be these circuits. Right, so it takes half a second crafting time. Just like these, actually, right? These are also half a second if you add it up. So every 6 seconds, I get 12. Perfect. Oh, that's really convenient. Alright, so I just need iron plates and copper cables. Oh, copper cables. You get 1 every half a second. Okay. That actually is almost perfect, weirdly enough. In fact, if I do it like this, I'll bet that I can do it. Let me think it through. Iron will go up and over. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna need a splitter here for this line. I love that this is extensible on both sides, by the way. That's a problem I ran into in my last game, actually, is that I ran out of room. I got too tight with it, and I ran out of room. Okay, we will split. Maybe even here. Yes. We'll do output priority. Is that right? Is that right? I'm not sure. Input priority should also be right, shouldn't it? Something like that? We'll see if this is correct. I think it is. What I want is copper only going on that side. Oh, I see. You know what? I actually want to do like that. There we go. We got there. That's gear wheels. This will go up and around. Here we're gonna be making... I guess we can splitter it again. Just so that we don't waste any copper. I actually want it like that, right? And then... No, you know why? Because this isn't... Yeah, that's entirely wrong. In fact, I should have never merged these lines. Yeah, I shouldn't have merged these lines. I've got it. I'll fix it. So what I'll do is I'll just empty this, actually. We'll make the iron things here. Or not iron, the copper wires here. Yes. Right. Copper will go in down here and it will come out like that. Boom. Now we can afford to have all the copper on that side because I don't need copper on any other side. Yes, okay. This makes sense. And we can still do this. And then I actually need iron plates for... Okay. We've gotten there. It took a bit, but we got there. This is a mistake, though. Yikes. What have I done? Hold up. I want it on this side, right? So all I need is that it goes like this. Yes, okay. Oh, but you know what? I actually need... I actually do need the iron also going to this side. So then what? What do I do? Can I splitter it? Will a splitter take care of it? You know what? I'll bet that I can just... I don't need a splitter at all anymore. That's why. And then we just need 2 blues. Like that. That one might not even have to be blue. It's probably fine though, eh? Oh my gosh, I'm dumb. Hold up. Stop this. That's right, because it feeds into inserters down the road. I forgot. You know what, though? It still works out. I just need iron plates and iron gear wheels. And I already have the iron plates. This is a case where I can use a splitter. And I only want the iron plates. Nope. It's not. I wish that you could do it where it's like, okay, I want this stuff. You know what? I can do it like this. Where I can say, at this point, I only want... Yes. I only want iron plates on the right. Now I feed it in. Maybe even... I need them both present at this point. Surely there's a way to do it, right? Because I only want the plates after that. So what do I do? Do I do it like that? And then... That is arguably worse. So then we'll do it like that. Or retry. No, I hate it. I would rather have just a little bit of excess here than... It'd be nice if there was just like a filter, and that's it, right? Not a splitter, but just a filter. I can do that. And then this will go like so. Iron plates. We need iron gears. Got it. We need 2 more of these. What we're going to do is we're going to make iron gear wheels here. And then our inserters here. That might actually be a little too far over. Nope, that's fine. Maybe even... yeah, let's do it here, just to make it easy. This is going to make gear wheels. This is also going to spit out gear wheels like that. This will spit out to there and put it onto a conveyor here, which is then picked up there, and then a fast inserter up here. No, wait, this is wrong, because it's gotta go... You know what? I can do this. Like that. There we go. This will make inserters. do it like that. We power it up. And finally, we spit the outputs out right here. This should do it. Yeah, it's gotta be like that. This should be almost perfect, actually. It'll be a bit till it backlogs enough to fill this space. Oh, you know what? This is gonna be a problem if I'm not careful. In fact, I would almost rather just not have to worry about it and do it like this. There we go. Nice. I think the math checks out. Right? How quickly are we making these? These should only take like half a second though, right? About half a second crafting time. It doesn't get plates fast enough. Interesting. And if it's not getting plates fast enough, then it's a bit of a problem, right? So we do that. We throw down another fast inserter, which I filter to just plates. Can I do that? You only get plates. And then we need one more fast inserter here. And that's how we'll do it. Holy cow. There we go. It's still just a little short. This brief moment here is too slow. And honestly, I don't know why I actually even need to move it over here. I don't have a great explanation. So if I do it like that, and like this, and then we get rid of that. Like this then. Okay, I think that's right. Is that going to be fast enough? I hope it is. Alright. We've got some green backing up at least, so that's nice. The only thing is, this is not easy to expand at all. Is this devouring iron, or am I making enough fast enough? I think I am making enough fast enough. I guess we can stress test it. Right, we start doing some science and just see how it goes. We'll make 5 more labs too, it'll be good. Just keep it going at that pace for as long as I can. And as long as it never fully backs, or never runs out here, we're good, right? Seems to be running a bit short, though. Well, if I'm going to be stress testing it, then I really do need to keep these labs cranking. Guess I can do that. Just to keep it up. Wow. Can you come up? Yes. Great. If I keep that up, is iron running out or not? A little. I might need just a little more production still. It's not the ore running out. Let's get this speed up, too. Copper is also running dry. I don't love that, but I have room to expand. In fact, this is a limitation here. There we go. I think that'll help. Now, if we keep it going, is iron holding out or not? Copper is kind of stabilizing again. Iron is shockingly being more resilient than I expected. I don't have enough inserters, though, because these circuits are too slow. Because the copper is too slow? Really? That's my problem, is the copper's a bottleneck? I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that at all. You know what? It's because I need 3 copper wires every... Okay. I can make that work. If I just do this, and then I do... I know it's going to be a little too much wire now, but that's okay. There we go. That should straighten everything out. As soon as it gets all the way up here, we should be in good shape. And then that should prevent the bottlenecks that we're hitting. It's also just a bit too slow to take it in. Hmm. guess I can move the splitter just a tiny bit up. There we go. Now if I do that, we'll take that out too, and then we'll do this. And we'll do copper, or I'm sorry, iron that way, and then if we do that, we throw down another fast inserter here. That should stay on top of it. There we go. Now we're never running out. Just in time. Alright, that took some work, but we've got it straightened out again. Copper seems to be good. Iron is slowing as I expected it might. Alright. Oh, what's happening down here? Did I never... What? That's a bit of a problem, that this is filling up with iron on that side somehow. In fact, I'm not actually sure how it's happening. There is no situation where it should be happening. I guess it can happen if this backs up, right? So I can say I... Yeah, that's a bit of a tricky one. So what do I do about that? I can say no splitter. I can actually do this setup after all. I can flow it back just a bit like this to avoid any future problems. That's a permanent solution there. Alright, now that we are making more plates, hopefully we can stay kinda on top of it, but not really. Not well. I need more furnaces. There we go. Something like that. I think this will stay on top of it. Alright, now I should head upstairs to see my wife soon, too. I've been at this longer than it feels like, truthfully. Okay. Stay on top of it. I've got to make sure I've got enough iron flowing. I don't know that I'm getting enough iron from down here specifically. Something like this. Alright, and then I do that and that. I think we're in good shape. That should hopefully be enough to stay on top of the iron production for a while now. We're almost there. Yeah, okay. Still just the one stone, which is fine. Do I need more copper mines? Maybe wouldn't hurt. Ooh, I need more electricity. That means another boiler and more iron. Alright, let's do it. Let's get the power sorted. Not that, actually. What I need is going to be a bit of a space, and then we can double our power output like this. Ooh, that's a bit... There we go. Okay, and then we do that. And then one pipe. Pipes I'll want down here eventually. Realistically, I probably don't want you two down here, but I don't know. What do I know, eh? Something like that. Maybe even another boiler and 2 more engines. And a pipe. Probably. And then that and 1 more inserter. I'll bet that does it. Whoop, I actually need it here. Of course, it helps if it's connected to the power grid, too. Yes. Okay. Power trouble solved. Now we're good to go. That's making a lot more iron plates. Staying on top of this copper shockingly well. Realistically, I probably want something like this. Wait, this is wrong. Well, that makes it easier if I do it like that, though, right? Substantially easier at that. I would think so. Does that one go there, or yeah, it does, because I need that. Okay. Okay. Now throw down the extra copper ore in there. Coal that I'm carrying can actually also go in there. Coal seems to be in good shape. If I check the pollution radar, it's a bit till I'm going to start hitting more aliens. Nonetheless, I'll make more firearm magazines in a minute. I would hate to really need them and find out I don't have them, you know? Okay. I think we've got... Oh, we've made really good progress anyway. Military 2? Energy distribution? We'll do electric energy distribution, right? That's gonna take a bit to finish, but that's definitely the move. Okay. Yeah, man, this is great. Next science packs are gonna be either the blue or the gray. That needs grenades, piercing rounds, and walls. That's going to combine everything together because these piercing rounds, I think, take steel. Walls are definitely stone. Grenades take coal. Oh, I didn't even put down the last labs. Did I make... Yeah, okay. Whoops. I forgot that I had made 2 more. Wait, I didn't need all of these. Yeah, there we go. I actually need 2 more. It's just these have been able to sustain themselves off the fact that I loaded them up early. It's kind of funny. Kind of funny that they've been able to survive like that this long. Alright, I feel really good about where we're at. This is really productive here, all this. I'm definitely staying on top of the science. And the fact that I've got both lines ready in like 3 hours is actually pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and save. I've got a lot of stuff. Holy cow. I should probably go through those at some point. I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I hope that you've all enjoyed watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!